Right, this week I had to go at sort of rescuing these signs really off the JCB. They are normally sort of pressed plate, tack welded onto the loader arms. This is off the 2D. This particular plate was, all this has been reconstructed. It had corroded in the bottom, so all this bottom end has been constructed out of plate, built up at different depths, and then lightly filled and sort of meshed into the rest of it. So this one wasn't so bad. So it was all the bottom end was rusted out along here. So at the moment it's just been sprayed, ready for final touching. The way I did it was 2mm plate cut to oversize to follow the outline of the original plate. This particular one that needed the most work, a template was made, and let's see if I've got a template here. It's still out here. Yeah, it's not there now. There's a bit of cardboard actually. Down here. There's bits of cardboard. Basically, all the good bits were cut on a cardboard template and then cut out 2mm plate to follow the contours of the letters, the J in particular, and the lower part, the C, on this one. Back of the plate was rubbed down, treated for corrosion, because the fault with these plates, why they corrode, is because they're tack welded, you can get water gets in on the joint, flow goes down the plate, gathers in the bottom and corrodes it out, like I did to this one and that one. So I thought it would be worth a go trying to restore the plate. It's restoring the machine after all. So the way I did it, I just built lots of 2mm plate up to get the depth in that form of the J, and any joints then, I didn't even need to weld it really, it butted in quite well, so I lightly filled it to bring it in into the contour of the original, and it turned out alright. So it's only sort of a light sanding to get the right profile. It's nearly there. Just sprayed it to protect it because we had some damp weather. It's just a matter of just rubbing it down lightly, and then the loader arms will be cleaned up, and this back plate will be tack welded to the loader arms as the original. But it's quite a heavy plate now because it's gone from sort of just a pressed steel plate to a 2mm back plate, so it's a lot stronger than when they were built. So what'll happen next, we'll just clean that back to bare metal on the edges, so we get a good tack weld onto the arms. They're going to be cleaned next, and once they're on the machine, they'll be given some fettling and final finishing, and then when the machine's completed, they'll be resprayed. But it was a job worth doing. I think it took about 3 hours in total to do the two, but it was just a matter of getting the right profile of the plates and having lots of metal like this. They were built up with 2mm plate, welded on top of each other to get the depth and the formation as well, because they're quite a complicated plate. So these are virtually done. They're ready to be fitted to the machine, and given a final touch up then, and they'll be ready for the paint when the machine's done. So I'll show you the state of the machine, explain what actually happens. See, that's where they originally fitted. You can see what had happened. We tack welded there, and there. You can see how the bits of the plate are still there. So what actually happened, the rain gets in the top, works its way down, builds up, moisture retains behind the plate, corrodes the back of the plate out, and the plate rots off. So you can see on this how much of the plate had actually gone. It's from there all the way down there. So the left side wasn't too good, there's no metal at all, and the right side was even worse. So the plan is now to grind this back to bare metal and then tack weld the plates on. But you can see how much the poor joint. I think when they built these machines, if they'd sealed the back, you'd get none of this trouble at all. But done for speed and quickness and maybe cheapness. But there's only 4 tack welds to hold the original plate on, so it's not very good really. But never mind. It's been raining for the last week, so next few days we'll be back on to finishing the cab off. Also, to note for the future, looks like I'll be getting another machine, a classic machine, which is linked to my past in engineering, which is actually an ex-British Rail 95163K. So it's going to require extensive work, but hopefully the next couple of weeks it'll be moved, and I can do a full assessment on what's needed on that. So till next time.